My name is Caroline Bremner. I'm the Head of Global Research for Travel and Tourism at Euromonitor International. The leading trends in the Global Trend Report are particularly to do with news destinations emerging, such as the Pantanal in Brazil. We're seeing focus by emerging markets to launch undiscovered destinations, and they're actually making a move inwards to do so. So moving away from the traditional sun and sea destinations to more rural tourism. So on the one hand, we've got destinations. We've also got new niche markets such as astronomy and space tourism in Africa, which is a great trend. Obviously, South Africa is building on its space technology that it's been investing in for decades. And it's built up a really strong platform regionally, moving into the global arena for space science. And they've noted that this has actually boosted tourism, also created jobs, and given the economy a well-needed boost. So niche markets are definitely of interest and an area for destinations, such as the Northern Cape in South Africa, to tap into. We've also seen the emergence of deprivation holidays in North America, where North Americans are shunning luxury and excess and choosing to get fit and healthy at luxury boot camps. So this is a great trend. It's consumers looking after their health, their mental health as well, and looking for an integrated fitness program that covers weight loss to diet. We're already seeing major hotel chains picking up on this trend, such as the Waikiki Edition, launching its bikini boot camp, and for the men there's a surfer body boot camp. In addition, we have scent branding in Asia. Asia obviously is a region with a high service ethos, yes, and this is one element that they're exploring to enhance the guest experience for people who come to hotels, etc. We also think there's an opportunity for scent branding to go a bit more wide in the travel industry. It can be used to enhance loyalty programs, incorporating sensory branding. There's also tests and trials being done with mobile phones that emit fragrances. So there's like a whole range of new technology that's helping to enhance fragrance and how that plays a role in boosting a hotel or a destination. It's correct to say that we are facing a slowdown. Obviously, this year was the recovery year, and we saw arrivals going up by 5%. That's our expected forecast for the year end. But next year it's going to slow down slightly to 4%. There's going to be the impact of austerity measures kicking in the second half of the year, particularly in countries such as the UK and across Europe, where the sovereign debt crisis is still a lingering and looming issue. We also have weak consumer spending in the States, high unemployment globally, destinations such as Spain with unemployment of over 20%. So these are very stark figures, and obviously as we move into 2011, they're going to play a part. And we also have the added threat of taxation, which is the new scourge of the industry, of the travel industry. Taxation on the industry, whether that's airlines, hotels, etc., all raising their prices to compensate for government taxation. That is going to have an impact on prices and equally the attractiveness of outbound travel. So clearly that has a major effect on the industry in future. The recent incidents in terms of the bombs, the explosives found on aircraft and cargo aircraft, obviously it was cargo, as many airline bosses are pointing out. It was cargo rather than passenger planes, but the issue still remains pertinent, and it's clearly something that governments and the industry are not taking lightly. But the main thing is to ensure that the passenger experience of travel is a fluid one and also a pleasant one. And if there are areas that can be done to improve that, then obviously the industry should be looking at it, but without jeopardizing the overall safety of passengers who travel. we're definitely seeing an upswing in business travel after the trough and the slump last year. So business travellers are back on the road, they're back booking, the travel restrictions have been lifted, and that clearly boosts demand for airlines, luxury hotels, MICE travel, and that is a sort of high revenue generating segment of the travel industry. So actually business travel is taking over the baton of growth from leisure, because as we move into 2011, leisure travellers are going to experience more sort of pressure on their disposable income, and we're definitely going to see leisure demand weakening as we move into next year. We're already seeing that the discount-prone categories of travel retail and hotels are moving away from blanket discounting because that ultimately damages the bottom line. We're seeing more flexibility in pricing, so targeting specific, sort of creating specific marketing or pricing strategies with limited time frame, flash sales to encourage consumers to act on impulse and purchase that one-off price before it's gone. So we're definitely seeing a move towards more time sort of limited pricing campaigns. Well, as we know, technology moves very, very fast. The travel industry is at the forefront of some of these technological trends, such as social media, Facebook, making sure you've got a presence with Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, etc. And it really fits well with the travel industry, sharing experiences about, when you go on holiday, what you've been doing. So social media and mobile technology is just another string to the bow, really. And it's not to replace other forms of technology or advertising or media. It's to complement it. So yes, we've predicted that there's going to be more power in the hands of the mobile phone manufacturers and developers, but that's not necessarily a threat as long as the travel industry keeps up with the pace of change and works with the technology players, or actually brings that technology in-house, such as we've seen with British Airways creating its own mobile app internally. I don't think it's dropped down the list of priorities. I think it's become almost mainstream, and that consumers expect their travel providers to actually take that into consideration. So when you stay at a hotel, you expect to see, conservation of water, electricity, light, etc. You expect there to be them adhering to specific building standards, etc. When you book an airline, you have the option of paying for your carbon emissions or not. It's an opt-in process, and it's up to the travel industry just to make sure that momentum continues, and that actually the consumers are given the opportunity to help in the overall cause to reduce carbon emissions worldwide.